Sex and Toast. You left a comment on the episode where Kyoko was first introduced, and you said you didn't trust her. And because of that comment, my paranoia has always been around with Kyoko. On top of the fact that last episode she supposedly died, and it was like, what the fuck? And the suspicions have been come to fruition, and now we're just like, I am so, like, I knew it was coming, but damn it. And then the way they did it just made you go, why? Just fucking why? Every time. Anyways, let's get into the review. The review of Koriwa Zombie Desu Ka, episode 5. You know, I've actually gotten really good at pronouncing that name. It's funny, if you look at my first episode review, I couldn't pronounce the name for shit. But anyways, it's kind of cool because the first part of the episode is relating to Haruna, which ironically leads into the shit with Kyoko, which really pisses me off. But I like the Haruna character development. I guess the first thing we can mention is that the beginning of the episode starts off with a Yuri / neck biting scene, and that was always fucking, that just, like, if you were to click at the beginning of episode 5, you would just be like, what am I watching? It's one of those moments. And I'm just saying, it threw me off. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Because there's, like, kissing and then neck biting, and it's weird. And pretty much Sarah explains that she needs to have a steady supply of blood or else she'll die. On top of that, the kissing is an anesthesia. And Aikawa was just like, well, you could suck my blood. And he's like, you know, obviously that didn't work. Apparently there's actually a reason behind it, but she won't tell him. Which probably means she just doesn't want to kiss him. Probably what it is. Pretty much then, after that point, I'm not gonna lie, this episode has a lot of random ecchi shit in it. At least in the first half of it, it's really like randomly ecchi. It didn't like bug me. One of it didn't make sense. One of it was like literally Haruna's like still trying to use her powers and fucking her clothes keep disappearing, and Aikawa was like, come down for dinner, and he tries to open the door, and and they fight over the door. Eventually he gets the door open, sees her naked, and he's like, and she beats the shit out of him and then knocks him out of the room. And he's just like, why are you always naked? Why don't you put some clothes on? But anyways, you go a few scenes after that, and they, after finishing, they go and take showers, or they're in the bath, so you get like a cute bath scene, but at the same time, Aikawa's phone rings, and it's Dai Sensei, the person that Haruna's been talking to for like the last few episodes and shit. And they're on the phone, and they're talking and shit. And you find out the whole reason why Haruna's there in the first place is to get some Kyoto tofu, which she's been calling Kyoto Dufu, I think. And now we know what she actually meant to say was Kyoto tofu. And he's like, wait a minute, that's in Kyoto. Why the fuck is she in Tokyo if she's trying to get Kyoto tofu? He's like, oh shit, she's in Tokyo? Damn it. Haruna's not a genius. Haruna's actually very, very just offhanded. She doesn't even remember people's names at the time. The only time she ever remembers people's names is like, it's a rare occurrence. And Aikawa, I think, is the first name she's actually remembering. Because I just realized that she doesn't call Sarah Sarah, and she doesn't call you. She just calls Aikawa. Or no, he calls him Ayumu, because that's his, I think, his last name? Yeah. He calls Aikawa Ayumu, because that's his last name and shit. She actually remembered his name. So I guess in some sense you could say Aikawa is helping her become a better person. I guess you could say. So pretty much he's like, well, he's talking to Dai Sensei. Apparently Dai Sensei, I guess, is their teacher, mentor. I'm not sure. They don't really show her face. I know it's a girl and she looks like she's wearing like a coat, but you don't really see her face. It's like a really slanted view, so you see like the bottom of her mouth and like the side of her, like one of her arms and shit. And then Haruna comes out of the shower and he's like, Haruna, you got a message. Dai Sensei's on the phone. And she lies and goes, tell Dai Sensei. And what I think it is that Haruna doesn't want to admit. Apparently, Haruna's been telling her that she can't find it. But what it is that I don't think Haruna wants to leave. Not sure why. I mean, it's kind of obvious why. I mean, they kind of throw this into a harem genre. It's kind of obvious why, but I'm not gonna go into that. And pretty much after that, she calls Kyoko, and talks to her and asks her, and asks her if she could bring him some tofu, uh, tomorrow night at the graveyard, which she agrees and says she's out of the hospital and everything. Now, mind you, we saw Kyoto like dead at the end of episode 4, so it's like, what the fuck? I don't even understand what that scene is. I hope they'll probably explain that scene in episode 6 or episode 7. I think we just found our antagonist, which kind of pisses me off though, because she gives him the tofu, the Kyoto tofu, and they start having like this little fucking childhood like blushing conversation and shit. And I hate this. She's like the cutest fucking character, and why? Just why? And she's like, and she even like asks to be his girlfriend and shit, and says, "Well, since I brought you the tofu and I didn't want you to pay me for it, can I ask you for something?" He's like, "Sure. What do you want?" And then she's like, "Your life," and fucking stabs him. You know, in retrospect, I've seen him being stabbed from the back like so many times in this anime. I don't know, just random yelling. It's like he's been stabbed so many times in the back in the anime. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, I'm so used to seeing him being stabbed in the back. And pretty much we find out that everything about her, everything we know about her, everything we know about her and Orito is a lie. I feel like all that shit is a plot device. Is a lie. Everything is a lie. Her parents, she didn't kill her parents. She did kill the people who thought they were her parents, but she killed everybody. She just fucking killed everybody. And she tried to kill him. This one is I'm pretty sure she's the original serial killer too. Yeah, I mean she only admits all the way up to like killing that megalo dog and him at the same time. That's all she admits up to. So we know she stabbed him, that she killed all those people, and she had tried to kill him before. We also know that she's a Maso Shoujo because that's how she did that, the memory replacement and shit. That's how she did it. And she transforms into a Maso Shoujo. So we know she has Maso Shoujo. So on top of that, they start fighting, and then Sarah and Harna join in because Harna... And it's funny because you asked him not to leave earlier that night. So it's like she could sense something was wrong. They're like, Harna, I don't know what it is, but Aikawa and his daydreams of her, it's ridiculous. I hope she really doesn't have a squeaky-ass voice like that. Because that shit would be ridiculous. But fucking Sarah is there, and Harna's there. Harna's there because I mean, the tofu's for her. The tofu's for her so she can give her to Dai Sensei anyway, so. Yeah, plus that she likes him, so she's going to follow him around. She even says, like, who's that? Oh, this is the girl who killed me. Oh, she's your enemy, she's my enemy. Hint, hint. Sarah, I think, came there because you told her to come there. And pretty much we also find out that we don't know what the fuck she is. I'm gonna just, this time's gonna be like Kyoko, what the fuck are you? Because it literally is her just like, she goes from Maso Shoujo, and then she starts displaying a whole bunch of other shit. The fact that she's using all these array of magic related shit. She has red eyes like Sarah does. And when they do kill her near the end of the episode, she doesn't. She comes right back to life. But she says something key that I don't know, that I want you guys to help me to figure out. She says, I can only die about 10 more times. Now, consider that we've seen her die twice. We've seen her die in the hospital, and then she died in this episode. So in all, she's had 12 lives. From what we know, we know she has 12 lives. The only thing I know that has like any amount of numbers of lives would be a cat, and that doesn't really work here. So and even cats only have 9 lives, so that shit doesn't even work there either. So I don't know what creature she's supposed to be. I want to say she's just some type of. She has too many fucking powers. I mean, obviously Aikawa and Sarah. There's a lot of badass fighting. I'm not gonna lie, but it was kind of what killed it. It's just because she was just overpowering the fuck out of him. She even like traps Aikawa into like 2 whirlwinds and starts crushing his bones together. And he starts bleeding, and the damn whirlwind starts turning red. And then he pulls out more Maso Shoujo power and just grabs her. And then Sarah stabs through him and her. It's kind of like a special beam cannon kind of relation. she like stabs the sword and it goes through him and her, and she falls over dead. And he's like, "Woohoo! I'm a zombie. It didn't kill me." And then she gets the fuck back up and shoots them again, and then the defends because Sarah. There is a funny scene with Sarah. She calls him an insect, and she actually calls out blood, and then calls him a disgusting piece of shit. Like, and then Aikawa was like, "Are you really that dedicated to correct yourself?" And they all keep calling him a hentai pervert and shit, even though Sarah was suggesting that he turn into the Maso Shoujo form. He's like, you're a sick cross-dressing bastard, Aikawa. And all three girls say it. Haruna, Kyoko, I'm gonna keep mispronouncing that shit. I'm gonna keep mixing that shit. Haruna, Kyoko, and fucking Sarah. Even though Sarah is the one who fucking suggested it. And he's just like, ah, damn it. And I know what they mean when they say words can hurt. Because that's some evil, backhanded shit. So, all I'm gonna say is, damn it, why? Like, why? I liked her. I genuinely liked her, and I hate when they do this. When they make the girl who comes off shy and quiet as shit be evil or mean as hell. And I know it's a common plot device. I know I should accept this shit. But damn it, I liked her. I like the nice one, okay? Can it just be multiple personalities? I can live with that, but come on. Come on. We also get a hint why she's killing people. We don't know straight for a reason, but it has something to do with being immortal. This is what I'm assuming here. It's like apparently if you kill people, something is some power, something she's not telling us, or something we don't know yet that relates to her killing fuckers, and them being able, and that directly correlates with her immortality. And for some reason, she needs to kill Aikawa. So I don't know what the zombie thing has to do with it. And she didn't know he was a zombie beforehand. She didn't know what the fuck he was. Because she tried to wipe his memory when they first met and it didn't work. So she tries to, I don't know what the fuck it is. Which makes sense why he doesn't remember her, because technically they don't know each other because she just tried to memory wipe him. Which kind of sucks, because I liked her. Now she's gonna turn into a bitch, and I hate her. But just, the I told you so comments are gonna come. Fuck it, let them come. Tell me what you guys think about this episode. I thought this episode was fucking ridiculous. Like, just crazy. You got development in the first half, and you got all this crazy fighting, and even more development in the second half. Just ridiculous. I hope she turns into a good guy. Just saying. I mean, it would be so helpful. It would be so helpful to me. I know it's not, because I'm pretty sure the Kyoko I know is a fucking facade, but damn it, I can dream, can't I? Ah. But anyways, that is my review for Korewa Zombie Desu Ka, episode 5. Tell me what you guys thought in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Don't be a zombie. Rah. I could have swore there was another. Nah, I think that was the phrase. Don't be a zombie. Peace.